Okay. So now we're here in the High Wall of Lothric is where I teleported to. And there's no bonfire. We didn't get a bois thing that said High Wall of Lothric. No title. No bonfire. What is that grate? We do have a coiled sword here on this altar with an empty bowl that does not have ashes and bones inside. It's also the only window that light is pouring in because there's not enough wooden boards. And is that? No, it isn't. I thought the front panel of boards here, the lighter ones, were the same, or at least a mirrored image of these, but they are not. But are these, maybe? I'm not gonna bother. You don't care, I know. This banner, I can walk right through. They couldn't give this at least some cloth physics. I mean, we're in an enclosed area. We're not really processing a lot here, and we're not gonna return here because there's nothing in it. Nothing on the ceiling. Wooden ceiling. What are these gargoyles? Huh. Can't make out what those are. Alright, let's open this door. No secret path. Nope. Nope. Open. We have a very large castle area. Probably the city and the castle. 2 bridges leading to it. What do we got? Got some blue lights. Oh, look at that. See that blue? It pops in. So it pops in based on where the camera is, not based on where the player is. You'd think you'd want pop in to be where player is, that way the camera is always consistent. Yeah. Alright. Render distance is not far enough, I guess. What do we got over here? Ooh, we got a dragon. Sleeping dragon. Is it a dragon or is it a drake? I am not very familiar with dragonkin biology. See some guy wandering on that platform. See an item. Any guys? Got a guy praying to that tree thing. There's a whole bunch of guys down there. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna go down here first. We've got these trees here. Poles? They look like they're impaled, but when you look closer, it's like they grew into these spikes or something. Maybe these spikes are them, or they grew around them. Who knows, but they are very freaky, and it looks like they're the exact same model. Oh no, this one has his other hand raised. But these, the 3 of them, this one, and this one all seem to be the same model. And there's that same one again. Well, very similar, I can't tell a difference. It's on this platform. Anything? Just boxes? I need to break? I bet someone put a message on that wall. I bet they roll off. Is there anything over here? Any reason I'd want to jump on there? Is that a path, maybe? It's a pretty long fall. Bet not. Got a dead end. I've got some chairs in the middle of nowhere. But this one has a chain attached to it. Are they torture chairs? Execution chairs? I mean, they look nice. Very blocky. Alright. Wow. There's the sun. Still clouded, as you can see. So where can we go? We can go that way towards the Drake thing. We can go this way. What's this? Hello. I know you're here. Is he locationally or did he hear me? It's a little sturdy. No problem. Drop off here. In my first playthrough, I did find him the first time. Alright. Got some dogs, got some worshippers. I want one dog, please. Got a guy coming down at me. Got some candle statues. Come on, one dog. There it is. Darn, got the other one too. Where'd the other one go? Where? There it is. Stupid dog. You're making yourself look bad. Oops. Sorry. Well, that was late on his part. Gotcha. Can't put out the candle. Alright, so what else do we got going on here? Where's that blue light? Is that the same blue light I was looking at? I think it was. Maybe not. These statues, they really remind me of Maiden Estrella from Demon Souls, based on the color, the pose. Kinda cool. Hey. Hey, axe guy. What are you doing? Whoops. I pressed roll, but not soon enough, it seems. Oh wow. Oh, I forgot the bonfire, that's right, there it is. I didn't miss it the first time, just on this particular playthrough. It's like that. Might as well rest, save us the 10 seconds. Alright, let's try this again. On my first playthrough, I kept forgetting about him. I found him the first time, and then every time after that, I got halfway down these stairs, I'm like, oh yeah, that archer. Alright. Come on, Dougie. Here, boy. Good boy. Down, boy. Strange that they have tongues. I guess it does make them look a little crazier, but they're just so gutted. Come on. Another dog. Come here. Come here. There you go. They seem very vulnerable to rolling. Like, my roll is very forgiving on dodging their attacks. Gotcha. Whoops. Forgot about you. Got a blue light on that floor down there, but no blue light nearby. It's probably a doodad thing on the map that's generating that light, but I can't see it from here because the render distance isn't close enough. And that definitely is an area I'm gonna go. It's way too pretty, pronounced, for me to not go there. Alright. So this next part. Oh boy. Alright, let me just explain what happens here, because I don't want to do it again. I died twice here. Came up this here. It's like, okay, what's gonna cop around this corner? And I see him standing there. Standing enemies are usually always aggressive. I'm like, okay. Worshippers. I'm like, okay, just an archer. You know, he's hidden behind a wall. So I figured he's the only target. But that guy there, that one without a shirt, is aggressive. And he becomes like Eodix Gundyr. He has that Abyss Snake transformation. I'm not going to show you it because I don't want to deal with it. So let's do it. Hey, get back here, coward, says the guy who always uses a shield. Interesting. Alright, so these guys just keep praying. One thing I mentioned on my first playthrough, and I didn't mention here, you hear that squealing in the background. And I don't know if that's tied to that Abyss Snake guy or not. Because I don't see anything else nearby. Maybe it's just these guys here. That's their prayer, their misery sounds they make. We got our longbow. And this statue here, it's bigger, and it has this carpet thing, rug. So it's much more important, and I wonder if I can light that candle somehow with a pyromancy or something. I didn't try, so I'm not going to this time, and I highly doubt it, because that's way too advanced, too Zelda-like, if you will. I doubt it, but it'd be really cool if it did. Why does this wall have a wooden barricade? Can I break it? Oop. Bash it. Nope. Alright. This is a cool area. You can tell you can't go here. The textures are a little lower quality. You can't see all of the individual tiles that you do here. It's just one flat mesh for that ground. And this staircase here is just one straight face. It's not like each step is, you know, a step. It's just one flat face here, and given the illusion of perspective and shading. But it's strange because that one over there is given one, probably because it's separated. But yeah, you can tell all of this texture in here is just flat mesh with a texture on, with a pre-rendered texture on it, or hand-drawn art or something. And over there, it's pretty basic too. You can see that's flat. You could do that with rendering distances, but it's highly doubtful you'll go in that direction. Also because over here, you'll see that the wall goes into that circle thing. That doesn't look very good, in my opinion. And that's because it's out of view. They don't expect players to see that. It was just really funny to find it on my first playthrough. So yeah, over here is a dead end. And I always hate dead ends. Just don't like them. Staircase we can't go up. Right? Why not? Nope. But how do we get up there? Can we get up there? You don't know. So now I believe we've No, we haven't exhausted this area yet. We can go down here. And that platform there is probably so that you can fall off that ledge up there and not take fall damage from falling all the way to the floor here. Yeah, you can see that wall is broken off. In case you want a shortcut. Don't deal with the dogs. Take the item. Hello. And goodbye. Anything over here? Any scenes to see? Ooh, that's interesting. An alley of some sort. Looks like it's rendered nicely, so it's possibly a future area. A lot of dust. What's this door? Huh. Locked from this side. The lock is right there. Come on. The pin is right there. The lock is right there. Oh well. Heading back up. So I guess we have to go face that Drake. Wasn't looking forward to it. Might as well rest. I think that statue, that far statue on the bridge just popped in, didn't it? Watch it here. Yes, it did. Did you see it? It's probably because it's a lighting effect, which is more calculations. Alright. Now at this point, I had seen that first Abyss guy. He killed me twice. And his identifying feature was that he didn't have a shirt on. So I come down here, and I see that guy doesn't have a shirt. But he bends down. So I don't know what to believe about which one is dangerous. So I walk near him. Let's attack him quick. Yep. Now we've got this guy. So he's got an interesting attack, and his lantern just disappeared. Still a deserted corpse. Okay. That dragon hasn't woken up yet. We get closer to it. We can see all of the particle effects coming off of it. He's not moving. So that gives us the indication that he is probably dead. All of his skin is just floating off in the breeze. He's dead, and he's been dead for a while. So, yes, very safe. What's interesting here is that these enemies, not enemies, undead, they cower in fear. They hold their heads and they cower like that whenever I attack something, or basically whenever there's a trigger, which is me attacking, or that guy with the lantern screeching. And that's a good use of mechanics, because we'll later see that the Abyss Snake guy is also triggered, but his trigger animation is to stand up and enter aggro instead of the kneel down and cower in fear. That's just part of their AI. So I came down here, and I see that guy instantly. I mean, it's hard to miss him. But we can take care of this guy first. Okay. Now we can go get this guy. You know, he's well hidden if you went for this guy first. I wonder why that box is lit up so well, though. Or is it just light wood? Okay. Shield disappeared. I was going to comment on his shield because it looked familiar, but... let me just play through something here quick. So we get this item. We might have seen the item before. We grab it. We turn around and we'll see that item there. Because we're like, oh, let's go for the ladder, and we'll probably see that out of the corner of our eye or something. That's really cool. Now you're like, how the heck do I get there? Well, we see that red steeple castle top thing. We'll run out, try and get our bearings on where it is. There's the red chapel thing, steeple thing. So we'll look over here for a wall. And we'll see a wall right next to his claw finger there. So we have no idea how to get down there. We can't obviously get there from this side. And that side is completely blocked by his wing. So let's go up here. I'm looking up there because the first time I came here I died to a guy throwing firebombs from up there, but he's not there right now. And it's because of that guy over there with the lantern. When he screeches, it triggers that guy all the way up there to start throwing firebombs. So right now he's probably worshipping or suffering. So I know there's an Abyss Snake guy here. I don't remember which one it is, but I know it's away from me. Alright. Let's do this. Not liking it. Okay, good, good. Good, 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 good. No Abyss Snake guy. I know it's one of these three. Yeah, there's Firebomb guy. Alright. Let's just heal in case I hit the wrong one. Is it you? Oh. Nope. Oh, I don't want him. Well, I guess I got him one way or another. Need a massage? Your foot like that all day, it's gonna hurt when you wake up, if you wake up. Hope Alduin doesn't come around. Is it Alduin or Alduin? Whatever. See, what you're supposed to do for this encounter is go in here and probably start running. You're like, oh, there's only one guy. And the bell ringer will screech, and then all the non-aggressive ones will cower in fear, and the one Abyss Snake guy will stand up and transform. Luckily on my first try, he stepped right in range of the bell guy at the time, and I killed him before he transformed, but I still died to this encounter. So let's go over here. Nothing on this side of the Drake. I'm gonna call it a Drake, I don't know if it's legit what it's called. And we'll see the platform that we're supposed to go to get to that item. And I bet someone out there has a message on this. And the reason we're standing on air right now is because this wall isn't meant to be stood on generally. So it's just a one cube hitbox. They didn't have a hitbox for each of these rises here. That would be more stuff that they really don't need to calculate. We'll go in here, we'll get 2 gold pine resin. I did not mean to do that. Gold pine resin. Applies lightning to right hand weapon. Maximum of 5. Wow. Rare pine resin which emits golden sparks. Chunks of it are even rarer. Temporarily applies lightning to right hand weapon. Its origins are unknown, although some have speculated that it may in fact be a type of fungal resin. The first time I came through here, I thought when it said chunks of it are rarer, I thought it would say like it was titanite. But it's fungal resin thing, fungal stuff. So that probably is what the gems are. Like if I find lightning gems, that's probably what it is. It's just focused pine resin. So we'll come up here. We did see the guy. I didn't see him the first time, but there he is. Funny story, the first time I cleared this area, he just jumped off the ledge while I was coming up the staircase. I'm like, what's your problem? He just jumped off. Alright. You're a corpse and I haven't killed you. So are you going to come alive? Are you moving? I do see some pixels, but I don't think he's really moving. Not gonna trick me though. Ah. So question. How do people see without eyeballs? Is it like... Are we seeing with our soul senses? Our soul senses tingling? Alright, we've got an item here. The binoculars. We have a door. That is not a door. Probably because it's barricaded, but... still kind of annoying. Alright, so now that we've got binoculars, good game design will give us a reason to use them fairly soon. But I want to know is this ice? It looks like ice. It's got that translucency to it. Or it's shiny, but it's not perfectly shiny. So what can we use the binoculars at? Where? Probably right here. The wall is right below our vision. So let's try out those binoculars. Right, it is, in this game, not an equipment again. But sadly, I can't move while using binoculars. Kind of annoying. But I can, in this game, zoom in and out. Very welcome. Here's another weird thing I found. To me, right above where my head is where the sun is. But look at the water. The glistening of the water shows that the sun would be in that direction. I mean, maybe just all the clouds are blocking it that well, but either the sun is over there or it's over there to me. Not there. I would assume that by now From Software has really good level designers, and they wouldn't miss a simple detail like this. But if we come over here into this little nook corner over here, we can see a chapel, church, something shrouded in dust and clouds. That has to be a place we're going to go. It's kind of like the Sen's Fortress. You know, you see it in the distance and you're like, can I go there at one point? And you do. Kind of cool. A little foreboding. Take a look at this bridge down here. Got some guys. 1, 2, 3 guys wandering around. A whole bunch of items. Well, 2. In one area, that's a lot. Yeah, a couple guys. I know what's going to happen there, but for those who don't, some foreshadowing. I guess I just gave away what's going to happen there, huh? Alright, let's go down here. Alright, we got this over here. We see an item, and we see a guy. He's wielding that axe, which we've seen before, so I don't know what they're going for, if they're trying to forebode this guy, but we've already seen this enemy type with this weapon. Yeah, I don't know what they're going for here. Is that a second guy? Oh, yeah, there's a second guy. Go down here, we see that. I don't know what that shelf would be for, it's just so high. I mean, I guess you can get a movable ladder if you wanted to store stuff up there, but no ultimate purpose game design wise. I mean, I guess you could jump on it, but you can always just slide down the ladder. So this cage has been broken off and into the doors on this side, so it was pushed this way. Or something. Maybe they broke it off and they threw it back inside the cell. Is it a cell? I mean, it's got bars, but there's a ladder leading out, which tells me it's more of a storage area. We've got some great physics with the table here. Good job, Havoc's physics engine, or whatever they're using. Another deserted corpse soul. Now, I can break a barrel with one hit, but I can't break a clay pot. It's just impossible. Alright, we got our next encounter here. The shield guy and an archer walking away, so we've got time to take on this guy before he turns around. but he has the same shield that I do. So I kind of know what his defenses are. He's not very... the shield isn't very strong in just about anything. But that archer has spotted us. He's being very defensive, just like the first shield guys in the first game. We don't want to attack, because then he attacks back. So we have to lure his attack somehow. Bait. And do that. Easy pickings. It took me a lot longer to figure him out, since I'm so defensive. Come here. I don't want to fight you and aggro all those guys. But you're not going to give me a choice, are you? Come here. Good job. Keep coming. Keep it coming. Oh, come on, I can't. There you go. Just feels so good to pull off a plunging attack just because there aren't enough... I feel there aren't enough opportunities to use it in normal gameplay. I should have blocked that. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. We don't want to go that way. We'll go up here. And bam. Living Drake. Same design as what we've been facing. We can see that there's HP bars, so we know there's enemies up there yet. We'll let him roast the rest of them. As this guy slowly rolls down me. I don't want to get in his way. There we go. Okay. So, what can we make of this? From always puts in a fire-breathing obstacle. Now we can see that there's fire on the ground. And if we really paid attention, the enemies that were up here took damage from that lingering fire. So we don't really want to charge in. What else can we make of this? There's a bunch of items, and we know that there's a bunch of items to lure us up here, but because of the fire, we're probably going to die getting one at a time. This is too close. But we do see, once he's done here, a door that way, and a door that way. Well, that one's pretty much off limits. I'm not going to open that one, but that one is underneath him. So I'm pretty sure I can get in there. But if I were a cautious player, I'm not very familiar with souls, I'm going to take my bet with these guys. Dragons are pretty much OHKOs. But we see that shadow, nice, and we know to run away, because he's been kind of blazing fire at a regular pace, so we're just going to think he's blowing fire up there. But that shadow comes in, and it tells you, you need to move. Alright, are we safe here? I forget. Lingering fire again, but I don't think it hurts you down here for some reason. Kind of weird. Okay, we are safe there. Roll, darn it. Pick this up. Fire bombs, 3 of them. Run, 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 run. Good. Okay, so we got 3 firebomb drops. That's really nice. Oh boy. Now before I go on, I just want to say this guy killed me like 4 times. So he's probably gonna finish me here too. Alright, Oscar, let's go. Big knight. Big foreboding enemy. Man, he's got a lot of stamina. I wonder, I've never tried it, what happens if I try to bring him this way? Let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't want to waste this. Come on. Get crispied. Oh no, he made it. Oh, is he at the edge of his aggro? Nice. Perfect. Ha 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 ha. Gotcha. I did not finish him that way. I've fought him since I did this twice already, and now this is my 3rd time. I have beaten him legit. You know, combat-wise. He didn't give me Estus Flask this time. The first... Shut up. The first time I beat that knight, he gave me an orange glow around my character when his souls were transferred, and I thought it was like an indication of a ton of souls, but I found out a few seconds later that he recharged some of my Estus. He didn't give me that this time. And you're cool. Let's check out this door. Oh. 2 enemies I haven't killed, so they're probably gonna wake up. I believe they're in the same animation pose too, aren't they? Yeah. So they're recycling that animation and just throwing different equipment on them. Nice reuse. They're a little too close together, so it is kind of bothersome, but... Ooh, item. What do we got? A long sword. Nice. Basically, any new equipment is nice. 3 fire bombs, always welcome. Does not open from this side. There's so many of those doors. Let's check out that long sword. A balanced, widely used standard straight sword. Inflicts reliable standard damage as well as high thrust damage. The skill is stance, same as the broken straight sword. Yep. Alright. I'm running low on health, I got no Estus, so that's obviously a good reason to keep moving forward. Nothing in this room, huh? A lot of boxes. Whenever there's this many boxes, you always want to break them. For the sake of hopefully finding a secret passage. Nope. But, wow, look at that. The textures do not line up on that wall at all. That looks terrible, honestly. Terrible. Good is this window. You have to like crawl in there to shut the window? There's probably nothing to shut. Oh, there is. Huh. Alright. Make sure I'm not aggroing the guys that are down here. It's always cool when a game has enemies that react to sound rather than just location. Gives it a stealth mechanic. Even though it's not a stealth game, the fact that you can use stealth in this game really helps add to the playstyle, because the ability to approach the situation however you want is better. It's just better that way. See, here I can not engage them by going down these steps. I can engage them by plunging attacking. But I should take a look around the area for anything else, because plunge attacks do have a long cooldown, or ending frames that will make me very vulnerable. I got one guy. If they're that far back, they're probably not going to aggro. Don't see anybody. I thought there were 2 guys down here, but I'm not seeing them. So, next time he pops around, plunge attack. Perfect. Whoops. Gotcha. And there was a guy anyway. Oh, there was 2 guys. Whoops. Oh well. I did die 12 times on my first try, so there's a couple more. And I don't know if that knight is going to respawn. I've never had to go through it a second time. So by killing him before he lets out his full scream, he doesn't alert this guy. So this guy gets triggered by that lantern. Your hand should be up against the wall. You won't notice it if you're not looking for it, but if he was up against that wall, he probably wouldn't notice. But the fact that he's right here makes it a little noticeable. I don't even know if he'll aggro, but safe than sorry, right? I'm hoping that knight doesn't respawn, but I can always use the Drake to finish him. Shield disappeared again. Let's go down. Oh yes, I forgot. In this game, there is no fast climb, that I can tell. Or am I? Am I fast climbing? Let's test it. Alright. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. The same. So there's no fast climb. We can still slide down, we can still fall off. It's just weird that they took away fast climb. Despite all of the things that they brought from Dark Souls 2. Try this method. I don't have... I thought I would have had shield up while I was attacking. Other games, when you attack with your shield, you do have armor, or blocking while you're attacking with a shield. Depending on the attack, of course, but... Alright, they're cooked. Can I get both of them? I think I can. I'm gonna try. Silver trousers, steel soldier helm. Alright. I'm gonna read those once I'm not dealing with this fire-breathing lizard here. Heal up just in case there's a knight. And there is. Drat. Alright. Darn. Better wait for the Drake here. There he goes. No fire damage. Alright, let's be sneaky. Maybe I can get a back attack on him. Probably not. Probably too far away. Maybe I do have to fight him legit. Alright, let's do it. It's very strange to me that this knight has such low poise. Traditionally, a knight in knight armor has really decent poise. I wouldn't think that katanas, or not katanas, scimitars, would break his poise each hit, but it's a solution. It didn't make sense to me because knights have that poise. I didn't think to just wail on him. So I died to him like 4 times because of it. Ah, you're up here now. You weren't before. Did you hear us fighting and you came to investigate? Alright. And he did heal my Estus this time, if you saw. So now I have 3 again, because I healed before the fight. Alright, let's take this slow. I'll get that item in a minute. I really should get it now, but meh. That was bad. I thought there were 3 guys. 1, 2... Oh, there's 1 upstairs. Do I not have a shadow here? Why do I not have a shadow here? Can it not cast light onto wooden boards? Is that light even... That light is not lined up with this light. See that? The light is aiming at me right now, like directly at me, but it's not in line with the floor. Wow, there's a lot of problems. Is it because I'm on high instead of max? I doubt it. Like, that probably is just baked into the environment. And casting shadows is probably an outdoor thing only. So I'm not casting a shadow here either. But that is glowing on the wall. Can you kind of see? I don't know how good the quality in YouTube is going to be, but the wall is just fading up and down slowly at a regular pace. So that might be casting a shadow. How good is this? Yeah, that one is not casting correctly either. Look at that. The lines are going that way, but the light is on this side. It's so bizarre that they missed something like that. Firebomb. Can I get on that shelf? I never tried. I thought about it, but I never did it. Indeed. Alright. Alright, so I can go that way. I can go down. I don't think I went down on my original playthrough, so we'll go this way. Yes, this looks familiar. What is this? Is that more ice? Alright. Inserted corpse. Hello. Alright. Did I just refresh another Estus? I'll have to check the footage. Got another Drake here. Where did you come from? I've been through here 3 times and I still don't know where he comes from. Does he climb up the wall? Probably. Oh well, if I die I'll have to watch for it. I'll probably forget though. Yeah, you see that? I was running, so they bowed down. Coward. Got an item over there, got some worshippers. Not worship, but mourners, I guess. What would you call those? Whatever. I'm not switching out weapons right now because I kind of like my scimitars. I'll probably try out weapons just to see their playstyles at some point. Not yet. P.S. I am nicknaming my weapon the Scimitwins. I hope no one has a problem with that. Alright, so I know you can hear more screeching, but I still haven't really figured out if that implies the Abyss Snake guys. So, you might have been introduced to this snake, the Abyss Snake. Oh, there he is. Is he the Abyss Snake guy? I thought there was one. Pretty sure there was. Oh, it is. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Holy, did he just splatter blood because he killed those guys? Wow. That's nice. Is he gonna revert? Please tell me he reverts. I'm not brave. Let's take care of this situation. There's another weird thing I found out. You can aim with... There's first person mode with L1, and then there's manual aiming with L2. Don't know how useful it is. You can even back roll and then aim forward right after. Alright, let's what do I hit? Do I hit the snake head? That would make sense. In previous games, if you hit an enemy in the head, it dealt more damage and it caused a huge amount of stun. So let's aim for that. Oh, that is freaky. Did not deal the damage I was hoping for. Can I aim for the channeler? Gosh, that thing is freaky. Ooh, did he smear that black stuff all over the place? Oh, I really want to kill this thing. I really should have just engaged it right away. Oof, I know I can't fight those. I don't know anything about these things' movesets, other than that they're probably similar to the wild and crazy things that Eodix had. And you'll notice that I have just enough arrows to finish this guy off. I wonder if that's just pure coincidence. Well, first time I've killed one of them. Since he vanished, I wonder if that means he's a permanent kill. That would be very welcome. Titanite Shard and an Ember. So it is worth it to let them transform and kill them. Raw Gem. Firebombs. The Raw Gem means an infusion item that allows me to change my weapon into raw status. For those who haven't played the Souls series before, there are various upgrade paths, and raw is one of them, but it is known to be one of the most useless because by the time you can actually do raw upgrades, you have good stats. And your stats contribute to your weapon damage, obviously. And raw makes it so that your stats contribute far, far less, but drastically increase your weapon's base damage. So they're good for characters with low stats, or they're using a weapon that they don't have the primary stat in. I did find this crystal lizard on my first go. I didn't see it. I kind of rounded the corner, and he just started running away. I'm like, oh, get back here. I did get him, but here we go. Get back here, get back here, get back here, you coward. Gotcha. He, I believe, drops a raw gem, yes? So it's really good design, I think, that they give you raw gems at the beginning of the game, when they're at their most useful. Because by mid-game, even late early game, the raws usually were pretty much worthless. I could jump down there if I had a reason to, but I don't. So we have 2 dead drakes and 1 living drake. And they're kind of in L shape, aren't they? That's where I started, I believe. Yep, there's the dead one there, there's the living one, and there's this one. So the question is, how did these 2 die? Is that the master? Is he the champion? Or was there a battle here and he's the only... well, not the only, but possibly the only survivor? You know, this castle came under attack, this castle defended itself from the drakes. Who knows? Be fun to find. I think that's everything. Oh, right, I didn't really look over the edges. I did that the first time. So we've got an item there, some dudes, an item down there, an item down there. There's a lot of items in this area. And all of those red caped-ish knights are quite troubling. This sets up a moment that says this guy is dangerous. Have we seen this guy before? He's got a halberd. We've seen some halberd guys. Don't need this flask. There it is. I didn't read that description, did I? Oh well. We'll get to it. I really wish I could move. Yeah, are those headless knights going to wake back up? I bet at least a couple of them will. Yeah, they're all in the same pose. They have to wake up. He looks tough. It kind of says that, and look at, he's even got blood on that halberd. Like he killed all these guys. Ooh. Wow. Well, that guy's dead. Alright. I know we have there is a guy that patrols right there. He hasn't shown up yet. There he is. So what is this foreboding? Where will we enter and where is the exit? You know, I get the feeling that those knights are going to wake up. There's even an item over there. probably come in through that alleyway with this ladder here. Yeah, I didn't go that way yet on my main character. Isn't there an item? There's something over that way, isn't there? Just a guy? Just two guys? Alright. Alright, I think that's everything from what my footage broke. So, let's just read the couple item descriptions I have. Well, no, I'll do that on my main character. Let me just make sure I don't have anything I don't have on the other one. Oops. Standard arrows used with bows. Simultaneously equip up to 2 types of arrows and switch between them as needed. Easy. Guess we'll throw it on. Longbow commonly used by hunters. Arrows must be equipped in order to use bows. Up to 2 kinds of arrow can be equipped at a time and switch as necessary. Ooh, skill! Pull the arrow even farther back for a more powerful shot that can also pierce shields. That's actually... I should have used that against the Abyss Snake guy to conserve ammo. Since I'm not using my FB. How much did it cost again? 9. How much FP do I have? 103. Alright. Steel Soldier Helm. Typical helm for a Lothric soldier. Iron made, but half fallen apart. It is never unwise to wear a sturdy form of head protection against arrows and other somatic threats. Common Soldier's Trousers. This musty, rusted hunk of metal befits one reduced to thievery. Referencing the Thief class, who said pitiful deserter, I believe his skill description was, and he also had a military issue bow, going in line with the betraying the military government. I think that is all I want to do. So when you join me next time, if you join me next time, we'll be back on Freydin instead of Celeis. So for now, okay, I'm sorry. There's one more thing I forgot to do here that I did in my first try. It involves that Drake, the door over there. Let's go. Come on. Fire blast. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay, not yet. Let's go. Good enough, good enough. There we go. Okay, so this door shouldn't be locked because it has a door already open. I will make sure to silence Josh out there. So, we took a risk. We came into this room, and we are met with just about nothing. Let's just venture on down here. Nothing, nothing. No secret walls. It is a partially secret area, so there probably shouldn't be any secrets in here. Didn't break that pot. Thanks. Alright, so originally I came in here and like, okay, this is my reward for getting past the dragon. Drake, right? I'm like, oh hey, look! It's the chain from the mimics from Dark Souls 1. Ha ha ha! How funny is that? Yeah. So, even though I thought, oh, it can't be a mimic, right? Can't be. It's the first area of the game. It was challenging to get in here, relatively. Well, scary to get in here. Like, it can't be a mimic. But we're gonna check it anyway. And can I see it? There it is. Look at that. A mimic. You have got to be kidding me. This early in the game. I mean, if you're a new player, you come into this room, you get past that, and you're like, oh, a reward, and you're like, you've never played this game before, you open it up and you die to this, and you're like, well, this is Dark Souls. This is stupid. How was I supposed to know that there were going to be mimics? So for the record, I didn't die to the mimic because he was a trap, I died to him because of combat. So let's take care of him now. Oh, I didn't get Estus. That's not good. Probably die to him again. Oops. Recover, recover. This guy has good low poise. Cover. Get out of the boxes. Atcha. So I died to him twice in combat. First time I used my shield too much, and the second time I decided to try and use the environment and run up those stairs. And when I got to about here, I got a nice roundhouse kick to the back of the head. So let's pick up the item. We get a deep battle axe. Easily wielded axe crafted for battle and inflicting standard damage. Its weight can be used to inflict high damage, but must be used carefully as it leaves the wielder open to retaliation. Its skill is Warcry, letting out a spirited warcry that temporarily boosts attack. In Dark Souls 1 I used a battle axe for a little while. It was a good weapon, decent speed, high damage. But there's one thing I noticed. It says deep, so it means it has a different damage type. We can see that it has that little square. And its damage type is dark. What's interesting to note about this is that it says deep battle axe, not dark battle axe. And we'll recall that Aldrich, Saint of the Deep. So, the Dark, also known as the Abyss. So, almost pretty much confirmed that they basically renamed the Abyss to the Deep here. And if we open up this door, we run into where Oscar, or fake Oscar I should say, he is... I think I left him over here. Yep, there he is. Nice cape. I want your cape. It's cooler than my cape. Okay. So that is everything, I believe. Goodbye.